Welcome to Cigar Time, your ever so friendly show all about premium cigars. Welcome back, panel.
Thanks for having us back.
Glad to be here.
Wink.
Yeah. Everybody have a good week?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Having a great week.
Everybody stay sober and celebrate.
No,
Well, let's
we
not get
didn't say
crazy.
that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fall officially now.
Yes, it is.
And,
Absolutely. My
Time
favorite
for a whole new set of drinks.
favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year.
Well, we're very pleased and honored to have back again Rami from General Cigars, who's their Northeastern Regional Executive Vice President and Manager of Sales. Did I give you a? Are you going to get a raise based on this?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope
I
so.
hope so. Yeah. Well, you work hard enough. You should get one.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
General
Appreciate it.
people, give him the raise.
Give him a raise.
Please.
General Cigar is the iconic manufacturer. Help me, panel. Macanudo, Partagas, Hoyo de Monterrey,
CAO, La Gloria Cubana,
CAO Gloria.
and we missed
Cohiba,
Cohiba,
Diesel,
and we missed
Diesel, yeah.
Punch.
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 Yes,
Punch.
yes. How could
They
you
make-
forget Punch?
They make a lot of good
A lot
stuff.
of, lot of good stuff.
Did we say CAO?
We did.
Yep.
And speaking of CAO, how's
Yeah.
that for a
But a
segue?
terrible segue.
Yeah, I know. It's
Come
awful.
on.
We're going to introduce a new cigar. It's part of a series of the last 3 or 4 years. The CAO, try that again, all right? Amazon Basin, which is always limited production and quick sales. This is called the.
This is called the Orellana. So this is the fourth in the series of the Amazon Basin cigars. So all these Amazon Basin cigars, obviously the name will tell you, they're all based on Brazilian tobacco, and kind of the foundation of this whole series
light it
is
up.
is based on the CAO Brasilia. So the CAO Brasilia kind of was like, it's been around for a long time, kind of a pretty much staple in every humidor. From that came this whole Amazon Basin thing,
Oh, so
and
you're talking
now,
about the Brazilian
the original Brasilia.
Brazilian Matafina.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
So this actually came out of this as the Amazon Basin series. Now we're on our fourth one. Pretty exciting. It's new. It's going to be in your stores very soon at the Cigars in all their humidors.
By the time they see this, it may already be here.
Yeah, it absolutely will. Absolutely will. And yeah, so we're really excited about it. I think it's a very good. Usually the fourth in a series, like in the movies, is kind of never as good as the first. But I think this one. I think actually they did a really good job of keeping the interest going on the fourth one. As far as your opinions, that's.
I haven't lit this thing up yet, and it smells great.
Yeah.
It
So
smells
Just-
tremendous.
It's the first roll. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Damn.
And this is a Little Ricky production, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And
Lucy
we're
and
talking
Ricky.
about Rick Rodriguez,
Lucy.
who is establishing himself in the last 20 years or so as one of the master blenders, and he's created a lot of really, really good cigars, as well as being a great guy. We've known him
is.
for a long time, and he's just one great guy.
Yeah, so he's all behind this whole Amazon Basin thing. It's kind of like his, and he keeps pushing the needle and and making things more interesting. The cool thing about this is about the Orellana is this is combining the original Amazon Basin, which is the I'm gonna try. These are some Brazilian lingo here, so do the best I can. It's called the tobacco is called Bragança. So they're combining the Bragança tobacco and the Fuma and Corda tobacco into this cigar, into the blend, which makes things pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
you're kind of putting two the part 1 and 2 into number 4. So you're combining these two elements and kind of creating a pretty interesting blend, along with Colombian and Dominican tobacco in the filler. So pretty neat filler, and the wrapper's called a Brazilian Cubra. So pretty cool. Nicaraguan binder. So it should be a pretty fun smoke.
You
So-
can tell the series by the strings of tobacco that tie around it, which
Yeah.
is a pretty interesting idea.
This one goes pretty much the whole length of the
yeah,
cigar.
yeah. It makes it easy to hold on to, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this one, this is the top. The tobacco on the top is actually the Bragança tobacco, and the one on the bottom is the actual Fuma and Corda tobacco. So that's actually the filler tobacco. So you're not only smoking the tobacco in the cigar, you're smoking outside the cigar. So it kind of gives amplifies the flavor a little bit, gives you a little more dimension, and It's not just a novelty. It's not. It's actually you
No,
know.
it's far more than a novel.
Yeah. So
What are these going to retail for?
actually, you know, surprisingly, limited edition, all this stuff, rare Amazon tobacco, and you would think it's be like, you know,
$15, $20?
Yeah, actually, it's going to be $10.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So very great price point, accessible to everybody, and that's kind of like the CAO thing, is to make sure that, you know, everybody has access to a great cigar for every day, and even even the CAO brand limited edition product is always going to be at a great price
And
point.
it's just the one size?
Yeah, it's a 6x52
That's what they-
in a
that's what they
Toro.
do.
Yep.
Okay.
A very
Yeah.
generous Toro.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to disclose how limited this edition is?
I believe they have it at 3,000 boxes. Yes.
Wow, then we got a lot of them.
Yes. Yes. They are. There will be.
In the whole world.
Yes. Yes.
And we got, I'm not going to announce how many we got a lot.
Yes.
So we got a nice chunk of it.
Yes, they have committed a very generous amount to their locations.
Every time we get them in, they sell right out.
That's the thing with so. To the audience, I'll tell you this: don't wait on these cigars, because every time somebody says, "I'll get them next week," then I have people in my travels will tell me, "Oh, where do I get this cigar?" Don't wait, because once these come out, there's these now have a following. People are always asking for them. Once they get to the retail, they usually sell out pretty quick, and there's usually no second order on them. So once whatever's in retail will sell out quick. So, so you know, make sure to go out and visit your cigar stores or your local brick and mortar and go get them.
Yeah, by the time this show airs, we'll be close to having 17 open.
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
And they're limited to only brick and mortar?
They are. This will be available to brick and mortar. Yes.
Only brick and mortar.
Brick and mortar. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's get our first opinions. Moose?
Pardon my French, but it's damn good.
That's all right. You're allowed to
This
say
is-
that.
this is
unlike
a
other
wonderful
people who
cigar.
say things. Rob?
It's sweet.
Yeah,
It's
delicious.
really sweet.
yummy.
So far, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a great cigar so far. I just said that twice. Sorry. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I mean, I'm only, what, half an inch in?
Yeah, you're about a quarter in. 25 cents.
25 cents in.
25 cents in. Young lady?
Yeah, this cigar is pretty interesting. It's nothing like the Amazon Basin, the first one. Nothing. That was, to me, was overpowering and really peppery. This is very sweet and aromatic.
Very complex, too.
It's
A lot going on.
it's kind of sexy.
It's sexy, uh-oh.
Sexy. I like that.
If I was a cigar, I'd like to be sexy.
Rami, in your own way, you are sexy.
In your
Thank
own
you.
way.
So, and I'm only a little bit in, and this just smelling the foot before I lit it was.
Yeah.
Remember
Very-
I said it still smelled really sweet, and it's like
Yeah.
kind of like raisin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
good.
Raisiny
Raisins,
sweet, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Good call, T. Raisin
Thank
sweet.
you.
I'm loving this cigar. I'm hardly smoking
Wow,
it.
yeah.
It's delicious.
I just got a blast of pepper from it.
I'm not getting.
I
I'm
didn't
getting
get any.
some.
Right on
little
the
bit
tip of my
pepper.
tongue.
Yeah.
Very
The-
subtle, though.
I
It's
think
not
this will
overpowering
do
pepper.
extremely
The cool
well.
thing about this cigar is, you know, and this is from smoking a few, and I'm not good, bad, or indifferent. That's not what I'm saying. I like that it's kind of blended for kind of flavor, not strength. You know what I mean? It
That's
kind of
what
gives
I
you
go
that.
for.
You know,
Right,
you know,
yes.
it's kind of giving you. It's kind of giving you flavors. It's not about like, you know, is it gonna punch me between the eyes, or is it gonna bore me because it tastes like
Exactly.
grass? You know, it's
You ever trial?
you know, has a.
Right, yeah.
It's
Nice on
nutty.
the red
You know,
Nutty.
the flavors are what interests you, not
Yes,
the
yes,
actual
always.
strength of the
Well,
cigar.
I think
so-
that's how a cigar. I don't
Yeah.
like. When people ask me what my favorites, I don't, or my favorite. I don't really have a favorite because I like a cigar that's about the flavor, not the strength.
I agree, T. You're absolutely right. It should all be about the flavor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Not
That's what I
strength.
always say. It's not the
Absolutely.
strength.
Absolutely.
And I would say, if you want to talk about, power and all that stuff, I would say this is on the gentle side of medium.
Yeah, that's a good word.
So far, yeah.
I would say
Who
that.
knows what's going to happen in the middle, but right
Yeah,
but
now.
so far-
But
Yeah,
this
so
is how
far.
a cigar is supposed to start off.
But
Yeah.
leaves a nice taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
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 And
This
when
is
you
how
start,
a cigar
Sweet
is
taste.
supposed to start off.
when you start so the interesting is, and this is going for the original Amazon Basin. When you started smoking through these cords up here,
Yeah.
the flavor would
crunchy.
actually get really intense.
Yes.
So
Yes.
actually, that's where you would get like a lot of intensity. So it's a pretty interesting cigar in the fact.
that far down.
Yeah, that's where you would actually get.
I'm just starting. I'm just starting at the
No,
end.
but he's talking about the Amazon
Oh,
Basin.
when you really hit it.
I never made it that far down.
Yeah.
So
And
I would
could
always.
never get it to move down. Rob and Scott could figure out how to move them down. I can't.
I would always challenge people and say, hey, if you really want like if you want like a little intensity, smoke through the cords, and that's where the flavor of the tobacco like just really kind
Kicks
of
it.
blows up and
Yeah.
gives you that really intense flavor. So it's a pretty fun cigar. It's not like, gives you have a lot of fun with it. It's pretty interesting. The concept's fun, and the whole Amazon series is just it's
So when
been
they
really great.
first decided to do from the Brazilian regular line to make this, did they already have a concept for it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 different ones?
I
Or did
think-
it gradually come.
And I'm just going off.
Because you've been there that long, right?
Yeah. So what happened is I think the Amazon Basin was just kind of like a. With cigar companies, there's kind of like there's the seasons, and there's kind of like the areas where you release something just to get a little interest going.
Right.
And I think the Amazon Basin was released kind of in that early spring, mid-spring kind of like lull where there's nothing really new coming out. It was just kind of like,
Right.
and it just sold, and everyone was like, yeah, take a box, and then people started smoking it and was like, wow, we ran out of it. It was a limited run. They were like, holy mackerel, where do we get more of these?
Yeah.
And it just created, like, people kept asking, and it wasn't like hey, these are pretty good. People kept re-asking at retail, hey, where do we get these? Where do we get these? Where do we get? And the demand was so strong, we just couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how it all started.
So to answer her question, no.
No, I think, I think, yes.
It just evolved instead
Yeah.
of it wasn't planned that we were going to do 4 separate things.
Right.
I think it was just to be a one and done
Right.
limited edition, and it was just and then it just had a life of its own.
Right.
So
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising
tell you.
for a company.
What amazes me is this is priced just barely above just the regular Brazilians.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's $5 or $10 more.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right above
No,
it.
it's just a little bit above.
Yeah.
Because the goal's only like $7, $6.59.
And the cool thing is with these
That's our prices.
with these
The
cigars,
regular price is higher. We discount them.
you feel like as you're holding it, you feel like there's some weight to this cigar.
Yeah.
It's filled.
It's filled. It
yeah,
draws easy.
Yeah.
It's a nice, easy draw. The smoke is good. Coats your mouth nicely, and it's nice. Has that pleasant, nice, sweet taste. And there's just enough power in it to make you interested.
Sure.
Wow.
So is it going to be on like when the Amazon Basin first came out, that 3-year wait?
I think by now in the 4th of the series, usually they kind of have a little better idea on how they get things out, and they have a better idea of making sure all the channels are filled, making sure everybody gets. Look, we want to make sure that everybody gets, all the brick and mortar gets what they need to have an opportunity to, sell it and bring people in who are interested in smoking the cigar. So I think by the first one caught us off guard. I think now we'll do a better, while it's limited.
Right.
We do have a better idea of, who, where it needs to be, so people have access to it. So.
Well, I'm glad it's strictly brick and mortar. That's a good thing.
So what else is? I know next week we're going to review the CAO Maduro, right? Which is a big standard by us. The Cameroon and the Maduro, we sell, as you know, tons of them.
Yeah.
And the gold.
And the gold, yeah. And CAO has really, especially in about the last,
Immensely.
seems like 5, 6, 7 years, it really like
I
reinvented
usually
itself.
don't get this far.
Yeah.
into a
Become
cigar.
a really
This is a
up
good
there
one.
cigar.
Yeah.
And they've kept the prices moderate. I mean, very, very reasonable as far as I'm
They
concerned.
have.
Yeah. And we offer extra deals on
Sure.
on box of those. We sell a lot of, and this will go right out there too. This will leave the shelves fairly fast.
Yeah.
So what else is exciting coming from General?
So there's always something in the pipeline. Right now this was right now this is the kind of this kind of takes everybody's spotlight. Usually the Amazon series it usually kind of hogs everything. It kind of
Right.
puts everything on the back burner. But with CAO, there's also which which this you carry as well, is the V19s. They're out there right now, and that's also a limited run. So if anyone out there likes the flathead cigars, the V19s.
I didn't know that was a limited run.
Yeah, so they're also available here. That's also new in the CAO line. So that's a limited run. Whoever would like the flathead line, it's kind of a flathead like tuned up a little bit, a little more spice, a little more body, and just a great cigar. 2 sizes, and so that's also new in the CAO line. So
that's been taken off pretty well.
Yeah,
and I was shocked because of the price.
Yeah, so that's actually the first CAO I think in a long time that's creeped over the $10 point. You know, but still it's still around $11. So it's not crazy, but that is a limited run. So get them while they're available, and but with CAO there's always something in the there's always something on the burner. You know, and it's a growing brand. It's very fast moving, and it's always innovating. So
ironically,
just like Ricky.
Yeah,
like Ricky. Yeah,
it kind of reflects his personality.
Yeah.
But this brand has been around for over 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I see General in general. Can I say that?
Yeah,
you did.
You just did.
Yeah.
Just did. Has been trying to revamp a lot of stuff. I've noticed Macanudo, which I was shocked. They have their flavored line and Ecuadorian tobacco bourbon flavor, and then they have that newer one, which is the name of that? The platinum, not platinum.
Oh, the palladium.
Palladium.
So with like obviously with General Cigar, we have a lot of great iconic brands. Some of the brands, obviously like anything, they show a little age. It's not that they're a bad brand, they've just been around a long time.
Well, there've been so many new things.
Yeah. So what do you do to move the needle with these great iconic brands that everybody knows? But sometimes, with your competitors and doing great things, you have to kind of.
I think it's smart.
Yeah, you have to do things to keep your brand relevant. You have to keep your packaging up to date. You have to keep your blends up to date and kind of move with the times. And that's really what it's all about. We have. We're just trying to keep our product relevant, which it always is. But it just you have to stay one step ahead rather than catch up. So always new, always something new, interesting, and I think the CAO brand does a good job with kind of keeping one step ahead.
I think the repackaging is smart.
Yeah.
I seen Partagas is different now. I love the red that they put in on the black label, on their black line.
On the Partagas Black. Yeah.
I thought that was smart.
Yeah.
Jazzed it up pretty nice.
They really did.
And that was that's part of what they the boxes. I guess it's the boxes were. I like what they did with the boxes and the fact that they made them more modern, but they didn't make them so modern that people don't know what they are. And that's kind of the trick is not to alienate the brand and make people think it's something else when it's not.
Every time something changes like that, they think they
swear
change
the blend is different.
I know.
Stuff like that.
People will always say you switch this blend.
Punch took a hit because people swear that the punch is different, and it's not different.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing changing a punch. Nothing.
Or the Hoyo for that matter.
Yeah.
Well, Hoyo's been getting a lot. I don't know what that joke was about. But,
I know what it is.
But I mean, Hoyo's been doing a lot with AJ Fernandez.
Well, Hoyo, I guess for what you're saying, look, let's be an open book here. I think Hoyo's kind of always kind of lived behind Punch, and I think it's now it's taken a personality of its own now, and again with the repackaging and doing the collaborations and everything, it's taken on a life of its own. It's got its own personality, and I think that's like what Tia was saying. That's the idea behind moving forward and not keeping the same packaging and doing the same old thing. Is the collaborations, repackaging, and keeping things interesting, and that's what helps these brands. These old iconic brands move forward and stay relevant. I would like to see
Macanudo do a collaboration.
You never know. You never know.
Never know.
Never know.
I would love to see that.
You never know.
I should do a collaboration with you, T.
I
you
know,
go.
and you know what I want to name it too.
What?
I can't say my name; somebody might steal it.
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
What is it? Trademark it? Or is it trademark?
You have to
I've been
trademark it.
trademarking.
Actually, Tia and I are going to fly down to our office after
Yes,
this, and
can I?
we're starting.
We're gonna start working on
In
that.
Santiago? or
Yeah,
is-
yeah, yeah. We're gonna
I'd
have
you rather go to Santiago.
Santiago. We're
Rich
gonna have some.
man.
Where's that
a
office
rich
in
man.
Radnor?
Their office.
What's that? Yeah. We're gonna have some high-level meetings.
No, I need to go
Yeah,
to the factory
yeah.
and play with this tobacco.
There you go to Santiago.
There we go. I have a perfect cigar in mind with the perfect blend.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
God help us.
And
Yeah.
the perfect name.
God help us doubly.
This would sell. It would take off.
I'm sure
Be
it
the
will.
face of cigars.
Be the face of God help us again.
Yeah.
We're going to need a lot. God. Please. Feet don't fail me now.
Yeah.
So can I mention something?
Yes, certainly you can.
So I just want to. So while we're here, I just want to congratulate Cigars on 25 years in business.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, it's amazing when that's a huge milestone for.
And I'm still alive.
Yeah, and
It's
and-
even a bigger milestone.
yeah. And you know, it's just amazing to be with do business with this organization, and 25 years are still as passionate as I'm sure I wasn't here the day they started, but at this point to have that kind of passion after 25 years is amazing. So
You know, it started
so-
off as a hobby.
yeah. So
Well,
was
that
bored.
lasted about 10
He
minutes.
was
Yeah,
bored.
yeah.
And look at
But
what
I,
happened.
but I need to drink this fire water to get through it.
yeah. So congratulations on 25 years.
Thank you, Rami. Thank you for the kind words.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was amazed when I posted that on Facebook, not expecting, you know, I don't even know what possessed me to do it. And the amount of comments I got and the quality of the comments I got, it was very gratifying. I mean,
Aw,
yeah,
the
I mean,
most likes you ever got.
yeah, I mean, even the people I didn't owe money to said nice things.
That's when you know you're really loved.
Yeah, the ones I owe, I figured, well, they're going to say that. They don't want to really get me upset, but it was amazing. I was really
You
blown
went
away.
viral.
Even my daughter commented, wow.
Oh, I didn't
Wow.
see that.
Did
you see my post?
Yeah, I saw your
Okay.
post. You saw my post back?
Did you see mine?
No, I didn't.
Oh, well,
look off
you
Facebook
see what I
anymore.
posted
Did you
back?
see mine?
Yeah, of course I saw yours.
I have to go see it now. Where's my phone?
I actually got more comments than I got likes.
Really?
Yeah, so it's weird. But it was pretty gratifying.
Well, you know, it's easier. It's more work to put in a comment than a like. So
True.
that's actually
true.
I know.
yeah.
True.
That's,
Yeah, that does,
that says a lot. That says a lot. So.
And that's where, you know, I just put in a plug for our Doylestown store at Edison Furlong and Route 611 should be opening shortly. Our 2 stores in Florida and Sarasota should be opening shortly. And we're excited. And we have a couple ideas for a few more stores. So, you know, we may be celebrating our 25th anniversary, and actually it's not for a little bit longer, but I just want to prime the well, so to speak. It's a big shout out to our customers.
Yeah,
I mean, without you, we are nothing. I mean,
that's true.
Absolutely.
it's nice to come into your homes, and we come into a lot of homes every Wednesday night, and we appreciate you watching the
Saturday.
show, and our Saturday show too. But what's really great is to see the people in the stores having a good time, you know, drinking coffee, smoking cigars. We try to put out good product at decent prices and have a variety of product and things that, you know, you can really sink your teeth into, so to speak, and not break the pocketbook. And as everybody knows, we're not in the mail order business, we're not in the internet business, we're strictly retail stores, brick and mortar stores. And I think over the next few years, more people will be coming back to brick and mortar as the government makes it harder and harder to buy mail order and things like that. So
Well, my thing is, people, when they come into the stores, a lot of times people don't really know what they're looking at or like what the blend is and what it is. And that's
Yeah.
why you need,
Yeah.
I mean, even online, they'll give you a description, but to really speak to somebody and someone that's smoked it and, you know, understands the
Yeah.
product, that speaks a lot, you know. And thank you for your employment
I was
for
gonna
all
say,
these years.
it's also
a
employ
great place to
lot of-
work.
You employ a lot of people, Art.
I know.
And, we
Remind me every
appreciate it.
Friday when I pay the payroll. I know. Believe me, I know. But we're happy to do that. We're happy to keep growing. You know, with the support of companies like Rami's, it makes life very, very enjoyable, very bearable.
And you can't do events online.
Yeah, that's true. You can't do
That's
events
true.
online. That's a good point. That's a very interesting
We
point.
should patent that line. Can't do events online.
Oh
Can't do
yeah, I
events
like
online.
that.
There you
Thank you
go.
guys.
So I guess, should we sort of slide into our final review? Moose, you want to start it
Dang,
out?
Rob, you power hitted that thing.
I know, right?
Wow.
He wanted to get down to
I
the,
know.
I wanna get down
I'm
to the
trying.
chords.
I'm trying.
and put a number on it.
A 9.5.
Do you have any
Really?
other comments besides?
I said it before. It's a great cigar.
Damn.
I don't get excited about cigars very often, but this one I would definitely spend.
Suppose
my
the
money
cigar
on.
were named Jack. Would that have a little bit more
Oh
enjoyment?
God, yes.
I kind of assumed that. Don't ask me why I thought that, but I did.
Yes, if they were part of the construction of this, yes, it would be
Yeah.
that would be a 10.5.
Wow. I mean, well, go ahead, Rob.
So I've cheated. I've had this cigar before.
Hey.
How'd you have it before?
Rami gave it to me.
I mean,
You didn't give it to me. How did he give it to you?
I know.
3 weeks ago.
Why?
You had these for 3 weeks and you didn't get one? You're mumbling and stumbling here.
Rob, he'll never give you another cigar.
Yes, he will.
You're done. You're flagged. That's it.
I really like the cigar. I liked it the first time I smoked it. I'm really liking it now. It's a fantastic cigar. It's very balanced. It's very complex. I love it. I give it a 9.75. I think
I knew you
it's
had
a,
I knew he was
I
going to
think
I
it's a
knew
great
you
cigar.
told me.
Rob had a picture of me doing something I wasn't supposed
Yeah,
to do. That's why he
yeah,
got
yeah.
that cigar.
Oh, you
I want to know the
Good
story.
thinking.
after the show.
Thinking. Give me the copy.
All right.
He's got good stuff.
Cigar Goddess will now speak.
Oh, thank you. I like this cigar a lot. And
Ah.
I was biased because I thought it was going to be...
She didn't want to smoke it.
I did not want to smoke it. I thought it was going to be reminiscent of the original.
Okay.
It is nothing like the original. It's nothing like the Fuma, again, because, I mean, it's them together, but it's nothing like them. This is a cigar that I've been talking about that I've wanted to smoke. Something that invites you in. It is pleasing in the beginning, and then it can rev it up a little bit.
Does
if
it cook and
wants
clean
to.
too?
Oh my God. It's very complex. I'm only into that one line, but I got a blast of pepper from that cord or whatever you want to call the rope. I'm giving this a 10 because
Whoa!
it is everything
Wow.
that I
Sorry, Mike.
asked for. Now I haven't gotten to the bottom, but I'm sure I won't be disappointed.
So you did a line of tobacco, huh?
Yeah.
Did I say something wrong? Well, it's hard to add anything to this. I mean, this is really a good cigar.
It is a good cigar.
I don't get carried away too often, and Lord knows this is.
It is
And I hate to bring this up,
Agree with me.
but the price is good.
I don't care about the price.
I give it a 9.875.
all right.
Oh, 5.875. What is that?
Well, it's in between 10 and 9.5.
right.
No, 9.75.
All right.
All right, as we conclude our show, we thank you again
Thank
for
you,
watching.
Rami. We'll see
Thank
you next
you.
week.
Thanks, Rami.
We'll see Rami
Smoke
next
Ciao
week.
for now,
Bye-bye
everybody.
for now.
You got 'em.